Welcome along to the opening round of this week's event, the Earth Day event. It is the last but one GP event of the F1 Clash 2024 season as we go into 2025 on the 6th of May. But we're going to rush through this opening round. We're going to give you 4 races because I am off to London. I am off to Wembley to watch Aston Villa play a FA Cup semi-final. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, maybe later tonight, Villa have won and got through to the final, but who knows? So let's get into this quick opening round. We have 4 races to come, and it is Imola, Spielberg, Vegas and Zandvoort that we are going to tackle in this opening round. We are running very early, so imagine we're going to run against some real players as well. So this is our setup, power unit for the first circuit, and of course Senna and Schumacher for that sponsor task. That is what we've got to go for. Plus 6 if we do and use both of them. So let's get this underway. Race number 1, Imola. So he said real fun, real players. Here we go. First real player matchup, and it's a team score matchup that is in our favour, which is good, but you never know what's going to happen at the circuit of Imola. So let me know, guess along as we go in the comments of how many points you think we should get. Hopefully with the team scores, we should be scoring the 53 here. So 47 in race, 6 points for sponsor task as well. So we're going to go medium. As per our strategy guides, I'm going to go to gladiator as well. And we're going to try and get a good start and bring this home. Let's see if we have what it takes. Rival has readied up. Come on then, let's see what we've got. Race 1. Exception boost for Senna and Norris, it looks like, at the back of the field. And it is. So let's see if we can get away well. Schumacher hasn't, but we've got away better than the rival, who is still out in 19th and 24th. They are coming through the field. Only a couple of cars behind us now. But we've got inside lines, which always helps. 10 and 11 after the first sector. Rivals up to P13. We are just going to conserve a little bit here. And then we're going to push for this chicane. There we go, through we go. So it's all about picking your moments to push, and that is through the corners as we get to 8th and 9th. Cut back down again, down the straight. Schumacher going faster than Senna. And now we're going to push again through this first sector. Up to 7th. That will become 6th. Senna will get through as well. So I don't want to double stack. So I'm just going to conserve Senna a little bit and go and push Schumacher, who surely at the chicane will get past Lewis Hamilton. Yes, he does. So 5 and 7 now. We are climbing all the time. That's what we need to do. Continue the push. Tyres are going to be no problem at all. As there is P4. Verstappen move up the inside, P3. And there you go. P3, P6. Let me know. Which drivers are you running this weekend? Are you running Senna and Schumacher? And are they at a very good level as well? Let me know down in the comments, as we are now 2nd and 5th. It is the AI Leclerc who pits from first, and we take over that 1-2 positions. That's good. Now Imola, very, very slow pit lane here. So you can see Leclerc's not even come out of the pits yet, just getting out in P7. So we have to keep pushing with Schumacher. Make sure that we don't double stack. And I think we're pretty safe on that now. We can start pushing with Senna. And get them both in the pits. But will we get out ahead of AI Leclerc? Will we get out without a double stack? In the pits we are. Here comes Senna. Yeah, perfectly timed. That is what we needed. Where is the Ferrari? He's coming down the pit straight now. And there you go. P2 and P3 now as we go hunting down Charles Leclerc, who most likely is on some hard tyres. We'll have a check in a moment. What is he on? Softs. He went for a 2-stop, Charles Leclerc, which is interesting. 2-stop for Charles Leclerc today. We tried to get a little bit of a thumbnail, but failed because we got the bridge. So P1. We've still got Senna to come through though here in Imola. The AI Ferrari is going to pit though, so we should be no problem at all. We should be able to catch up really quickly and fight out. We're going to hold up a little bit, I think, with Schumacher. We'll bring our man Senna in. As we hold up all the time. Yeah, there you go. Look, perfect holding up. That is what we need. Now we'll get our thumbnail. We've done the business. Because that Ferrari is going to be pitting. And they are going to leave us in a comfortable 2 lap to go position. And look how clear we have pulled. 3rd, 4th, both pit. P5, which is now P3, just coming across the line. And there is a 10-second gap in this opening race. That is job done for Imola. And we've got Austria up next. Real player has got to 6th and 12th, which is good by the real player. That's some good progress made. As we come round. And start the final lap. So can they get any higher? It's going to be tough with no power unit up to 11th. So maybe they can get higher. Let's see. But Schumacher and Senna are going to bring this home in race number 1. Exactly what we needed. A nice easy race to start with. Unfair matchmaking for the rival. But we can't control that, so we are not going to complain. Schumacher is going to take victory. Senna's going to follow him home. Rival is P6 and P10 at the moment. And that is a great work from race number 1. Get in. That is 47 points. And that is a brilliant race. And Rival has got P6 and P8. So that's I'm going to say good work for the Rival. They had a tough matchup in their conditions. So I feel a little bit sorry on the matchmaking. Not fair at all for this Rival. Because I imagine that Norris is actually bringing their team score up a little bit as well. We'll have a look what they ran though. There you go. Look, 99 difference to team score. And you can see there. Level 5 Norris, level 2 Senna. And a car which just didn't have the power unit. Race number 2 time. Let's go. Another real player. That's what we like to see. I'm not going to be in contention for a P1 this weekend because I just don't have the levels that are required. Level 3 Senna and a level 4 Schumacher are not going to get me the levels that I need. But here we go at Austria. Let's see how we can perform. Rival's going to out-qualify us a little bit with their Senna. So they must be rocking probably a level 4. And we're going to go on to Vice. Now, I could go a 5-5 medium, but I'm going to stick to softs and just see what we can do in this one. Let's see what the Rival readies up. Here we go. So we'll push Rainbow Boost. One of the best boosts around this circuit. We don't have many of them, so I'm not going to use them today. Senna will not get a great start, and nor will Schumacher. Rival's going to get the better start. As we cut back down. Schumacher's now got up to 11th, though. Here comes our own Senna. And we're going to try and make some early ground as we get past the Rival. And we're going to try and push early if we can. They might hold more speed than us, this Rival. We have gone for a little bit more qualifying. And on that evidence, I would say they have more speed than us. So, expect to lose some points today at this circuit. But we are racing early. That is probably the busiest time to race on a opening round. And now we're just going to look after power unit. We're going to just try and gain some ground as we can. We're not in a bad position at the moment. Could be a lot worse. As into 8th we go. And into 7th too. Senna's got some good power unit being stored right now. Oh, as Perez just goes past us. Into P7. Our work is cut out. We've got a long way to go though. But they're seemingly very quick at the moment. Now what I might do is drop Schumacher out this lap. Because Senna has got really good power unit. Senna can't do 5 laps. So we're going to do a quick early undercut. And that's going to mean that we're not going to double stack. That is the key to that move. Wouldn't mind getting out in some free air. And that is exactly what we've done. That is perfect timing. Absolute perfect timing for a little bit of an undercut. Because you've got all these cars look bunching up. And Schumacher has absolutely just got past... Probably got past Senna here. And he's making it... Oh, he has got past Senna. Look at that. Can't remember if Schumacher was... I think Schumacher was actually leading, though, to be fair, initially. And yeah, we don't have the strongest of pace, it seems. There's a lot of AI that are faster than us. But we're going to keep on pushing as we get to 7th with Russell. Against Russell, that is. And P10 for Senna. Moving up positions is what we need. There is Sainz coming out in P4. Just going to stay ahead of him. Not for long, probably. Into the top 3. Rival's gone for 5 mediums, so they're probably going to finish ahead of us. Again, one stop's very good round here, but I just don't trust it too much. That's the one thing I'd say. As the Ferrari of Leclerc breaks down. And we are up to P2 and P3 here. Not a bad little race, this. With the levels that we've got as well. So we're going to just keep on pushing. As much as we can. Schumacher will come into the pits. We've actually come through pretty nicely in this one. And that was because of that early undercut with Schumacher. Who will now come back out. With, of course, a little bit of work to do. But he's into P6. So ahead of that medium driver runner. Can we get past Norris, or are we going to have to try and hold power unit? I think we're going to have to try and protect some power unit. Senna's going to have a lot to do. Because he's going to get overtook by P7 Schumacher. Only just. Needs to get ahead of that Ferrari if he can. And he can't at the moment. So where can we get to? Leclerc's going... Wow, Leclerc's just dive bombed us. Leclerc just absolutely dive bombed us. So up to P2 we go. And that's going to be probably our limit here. Limit for P2, that is. Because Sainz is absolutely blocking us off like a madman. Now we get into 5th, but it's not going to be good enough for 4th. But I don't mind that. That was a solid race. And a little bit of unluckiness in there as well. But P2 and P5, I don't mind that at all. Because we're not with the strongest levels today at all. As long as we can get through, that's all that matters to me. So you can see, lower team score for the rival. They got a better race there, which is fair. Look at that. Level 4 Schumacher, level 4 Senna. So they had the better driver combination over ourselves. And the car, a lot less speed, which was interestingly. So that might be an interesting one, but we got out qualified just off their extra Senna, which is strange. So job done, good job by the rival, but yeah, I'm okay with that. Race number 3, no rest for the wicked. Another real player in this one, and let's see how we do at Las Vegas, the USA. Come on, see what we've got. Hopefully we can come out in good positions. Hopefully we can see off this real player rival. Absolutely flying. Look at the qualifying boost just coming through at the end. 11th, 13th. Leclerc and Schumacher. Interesting combination for the rival. We are going to go on to Street Shark on the softs. It's going to be a free soft strategy when the rival readies up. Let's see if we can gain some points back in this race. Come on. Leclerc, Schumacher at the back with that Street Shark boost, it seems. Can we get perfect starts? We can, but will them perfect starts mean perfect positions? No, because Senna initially has not got away well. P13, and he's got away so slowly. That is not what we wanted. They started next to each other, and look at the difference. Schumacher in 3rd now, Senna only 12th. That is a painful start by Ayrton Senna. Very, very painful. As now can we get through with Senna and try and keep the rival at bay. We're into P1 though with Schumacher, which is good. And there is P11. So a lot of work to do. But we should have more speed than the AI. Should seem pretty much quicker than them. As here we go, lap 1, Senna into the final corner, can't get past. And it's Piastri, who doesn't have race start keeping us at bay. Now can we get past the McLaren? Yes, we can. Up to P10. Schumacher conserving all the time. And that's what we've got to do as well. Conserve as much as we can. Gain as much power unit as possible down the straights. Because that's where we don't overtake and we don't lose too much time. As into 9th place we go. Next attack is Perez of the Red Bull. And we're already past P8. This is looking better. We're still quite a bit off. Can we find room? There's another McLaren of Lando Norris ahead of us. Can we push past? Not yet. Maybe the first corner again where we got Piastri. Can we now get Lando Norris in the same corner? Inside line potentially. This time we go to the outside. But we can't get the move. Schumacher still holding up nicely out front. And now Senna is up to 7th. I imagine this race or this opening round is going to be very easy for those rocking big legend drivers. Big legend drivers. It's going to be easy. But here comes Senna on Leclerc. And we're up to P6. And we're not a million miles away. Schumacher's been holding cars up. And Senna can now just gain a little bit of power unit before he comes into the pit lane. So Senna coming in. A lot of cars pit on lap 3 in Vegas. It is the common strategy. And here he comes. Doesn't get held up in the pit lane, which is good. Schumacher is out in P3. We jump Norris. We're obviously ahead of Norris. And now Senna is out. So P3 and P8 as it stands. But we want to get to P1 and P2 because obviously we don't want to drop too many points. Like I said, didn't expect final round P1 this week. Not with a level 3 and level 4 legends. We just haven't paid enough money to get them higher levels. There's now Senna into 7th place. We're getting there. We've still got a big cars to find though. Come on, can we find it? There is Hamilton and Albon. Going to conserve up. And then attack turn 1 as Schumacher retakes the lead. 2 cars in the pits, one just coming out now. We're going to get ahead of the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Hamilton now. We are 4th. We've got a bit of ground still to make. Of course, Albon in P3. Can we find a move? We need a move soon. There is a move. And now it's down to the Red Bull. This has been a hard graft. But we're on lap 5. Come on. Let's find it. There is the Red Bull. And they are on hard tyres. This should be easy to get past. But the problem is, nothing is ever easy. As we go down. Now Schumacher can push. No point in him holding up anymore. And let's try and close the gap to Verstappen. We're right behind him. In the dirty air. We're going to push. And we're going to make the move. Senna moves up to P2. We are P1 and P2. We're going to make a return to 53 points in this race. Very tough start. It's been having to graft so early in the day. We're going to get most of these races just by a time context complete by 10 AM, which is an hour after opening round has started. So that's how early we have raced here. You'll probably get this video around midday. But Senna and Schumacher are going to bring this home exactly how we need. P1 for Schumacher and P2 for Ayrton Senna. And that is job done from Vegas, which is good. Good going as well. The real player that we did face against came home in P10. Kind of forgot we were racing them. And P12 as well. Both with the Street Shark boost, but they started at the very back. 28 points. So, let's show you what they were racing with as well. Drivers, level 3 Schumacher and level 6 Leclerc for the rival, with the car being more speed than ours. So drivers and qualifying helping us out in Vegas. Race number 4, it's a big team score real player. 1625 versus 15 whatever we've got. And this is going to be tough. So let's see how we can do against this rival. Maybe they're not running Senna and Schumacher this week. So, or maybe they've just gone a full balanced setup. We'll find out. But we are out-qualified. P12, they have got Schumacher and Senna. Wow, they must be on a balanced setup. I am going to go Dragon. And the reason why I'm going to go Dragon is I'm going to go for the 4 soft run here. Dragon, make a note, is good boost. And I just want to do 4 soft. This is going to be the quicker way, I feel, in this one. So, let's go. Now, I might be completely wrong, but for the fact that this rival has a higher team score and starts similar, I expect them to be on a balanced setup. I don't expect them to be on a full cornering setup. I'd be shocked. But they've got the better start. And we are currently P10. And making our way to P11. So cut down. Rivals gone to mediums. Nice to see them conserving as well through the corners. Which is good to see. And we're going to try and see if we can make some ground. But with the rival pushing. Always a lot harder to make overtakes. Because they are providing a stumbling block for us to try and overtake. So cut down again. This race will come to us hopefully later on. As now we're going to try and keep at it. Can we find room to overtake? At the moment, we're going to take 2 cars. We're going to take, nearly 3 cars. So P8 now. But power unit, bit of a struggle. As we're going to try and keep coming through. We're going to get Senna in. Because Senna has got a lot better power unit at this stage. And we can't get past the rival. This is interesting. The soft tyres are holding up well. But we've got to get some ground on the leading cars. Got to get some ground. Now we get past the rival. And wow, big move by Schumacher. He's going to have to try and hold up some power unit at some point. Because I'm going to double stack as well as it stands. But we are into P5. Make it P4 for Senna. And now we can start closing in quite quickly on everybody else. Going to hold on to Schumacher's power unit again. As down the straight we go. We're going to have to use a lot more power unit to try and hold Perez. There is a Ferrari coming out the pits. Of Leclerc. P3 and P6. We've managed to claw our way through the pack. And there is up to P5 we go. Where is the rival? They've got full power unit. Wow. They are going to be very quick. They're going to be struggling to get. They got the better start. And it's proving dividend at the moment. It's proving a big advantage for that race start that they got. And he's going to get out just ahead of traffic as well. Everything falling in place for the rival right now. As we come through as well. What can we find? I don't want to get held up. As we can't get into past Norris. Surely Norris pits though. He does. There is the rival pitting as well. So we're back up to P4. We're not a million miles away from the rival. But again, they're just sitting on power unit. They got that good start, which is absolutely helping them massively. Where is P1? P1 has checked out. Just the bad start cost us in this one. As we get right behind Leclerc. And we're past Leclerc. Trying to gain power unit. That is going to be our best friend. As Stroll comes back out. So we're going to try. We're not going to get P1 again. I think this guy is going to have a more balanced setup. But the problem is, I reckon he might have higher legends. I could be wrong. But I'll be shocked. We are not really closing. either at the moment, which is a little bit annoying. We can see the cars ahead. Catching quite quickly, actually, at that point. Stroll being very annoying. In the way. But I tell you what, if we had higher level legends, like anybody could say at any point, though, if I just had this higher car, if I just had this higher legend, yeah, that's that story of what ifs. But you know what? I'm not too concerned with that. I didn't expect to be in contention this weekend. And we're going to score P3 for Senna and P4 for Schumacher. I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. More drop points, but God, I did not expect to max at all. Let's see, though, what the rival had. They had a lot higher team score, but they got the better start at the start. That was different. 1569 versus the 1625. And we had level 6 and level 5 shoot Senna. Wow. That is a serious... Look at the stat difference. Now, the car was less cornering. We could tell that. We were quicker than the rival. And the qualifying positions were a lot lower on the car. But when you've got that sort of setup and them drivers, the drivers kind of outlay the difference in the car setup. But this guy who's racing now, if you do ever watch this video, if you went to my setup and these legends, you would 53 point every single race. You are using the complete wrong setup. You should not be using that car setup. You could be so much better if you went more cornering in that. I mean, you don't need to use beat. You just don't at this point. Oh, that's so frustrating for that rival because them legends are a waste. You've paid good money to get them legends in a really good position. Use the better setup. Don't use beat. So 4 races down, we have dropped 8 points. We knew it was going to be a very difficult start, and it has. We're racing at the most difficult time, but we're consistent. 53-49, 53-49. We are very consistent in our opening round, but it doesn't matter because I don't care where I finish this week. Good luck in your rounds. We are going to enjoy, hopefully, a day at Wembley, and we'll see you, hopefully tomorrow, with a stream of either the free-to-play or the main account.